Alright, today we're going to be installing the disc brakes all the way around on the 64 Galaxie. I already got this caliper bracket on. To make the caliper bracket fit, you got to grind this little notch out right here for the spindle not to hit the bracket. I don't know why the yellow people didn't do that right the first place, but I guess that's just what they had to do. And for the rotors, maybe put the main rotors on there. There's two different bearing sizes. They got a small bearing size and a big bearing size. If you got the small bearing size, the rotors already have races in them, and you got to knock them out because the races are different between the two of them. And then if you got the big bearings, you can just leave the races in the rotors. But this one happens to be the small bearing one, so I'm going to have to take the races out of the rotors and put the small races that they supplied in there, and then knock the cylinder, and then I should be able to be good to put the rotor on. Okay, after you get your races put in, if you have to do that, you're going to want to put your bearing in there. Once you tested it with your spindle to make sure that it is the right size and test it in the race, you're going to want to do that, put it in there, and you're going to want to drive the seal in here. Put your seal in, you're going to want to put it in there evenly, so you're going to want something that's the same diameter as the outside of that seal to drive it in. I happen to have a seal-in race driver, and it's the same as the outside of that, so I'm just going to drive that in. You're also going to want to make sure you pack your bearings with some grease to make sure they have grease when it's rolling and such, and get as much grease you possibly can get in there. Okay, after you get your seal in and bearing in there, you're just going to want to make sure that you tighten the caliper bracket, because your bolts, you can't get to the heads of them when they're on there. So you want to make sure you tighten that first. When I put this in there, I put a little grease in between the bearings just so I have a little extra. Should give it a little extra cooling effect too, and it'll melt into the bearings whenever it needs some extra grease. And I just set on there, put the little bearing in between them, and put your washer back on and your nut. And then you're going to need your little castle do after you tighten it. Little, whatever you call those. Them deals. I'm just going to tighten it as much as I can, then back it off one castle. And it should be good to go. It shouldn't drag too much, shouldn't get too hot. And that's how it's going to go together. And then for the caliper, I don't know, we're just going to bound it on there. Okay, dust caps that came in the kit I got are really hard to put on, so I just reuse the factory ones. And the caliper is pretty easy to put on. You just got to fight with them brake pads because it has like little special clips that sits in there and they fall out and stuff. But once you get that wrestled with, you just got two Allen bolts you pull out of the caliper, slide up there and put the caliper on the back side of that bracket. And that's all there is to the front. I'll go over there to the back. Back's a little more complicated. You got the little spacers and adapters and stuff because it's universal for 9-inch and 8.8. I think it's for Chevrolet 10 bolts too, maybe. I might be wrong. After quite a bit of cleaning, got this rear end clean. Made a video of cleaning the axle tubes, and this middle section is just about as dirty. It's pretty decently clean. Probably gonna run it for a while and change the oil after a couple miles. And now I'm just gonna go try to put that third member in. See if I can lift it up here and start getting ready to put the rear disc brakes on. Alright, this rear end went ahead and went with one of them pre-built kind from Speedway. Has 411 gears in it with a pausing unit already in it. Just went this way, it's just faster and don't have to worry about it. And it's stronger and all that cleanup required on the old one anyways. It'd take a while. So just went ahead and got one of these. Also got their nuts, washers, and their reusable gasket. The reusable gasket is a pretty nice unit. Seems to be the best 9-inch gasket I've seen. The other ones I've got on them other units, that Mustang and that truck over there, they're just like paper gaskets. Alright, now that I finally got some axle seals that fit on this 9-inch here. I've ordered 3 different sizes. Apparently there's 3 different size seal, axle housing seals. There's 3 different sizes. And mine happened to be just a weird size. I guess in 64 they had a different size than they do, and they got like, here's 2 different ones. Here's the ones I tried in here. These are supposed to be for Broncos and stuff. It's way bigger than a seal that it takes, and then the other ones are way smaller. So just beware that they do have 3 different size seals, and know that they have that. So now I'm going to be putting on the disc brakes on the rear. It just has the kit I got, just the eBay kit. It came with instructions how to put it all together. Has a bunch of spaceries and different washers and stuff and bolts. Has different axle bolts also. So I'm going to be putting that on there. First off, you're just going to have to pull your axles out. And while you're there, you can either put new axle seals if you want to, new bearings on your axles if you want to. If not, you can just throw it back together. You're just going to need a spacer from the kit, your original axle retainer, and then put the bracket right behind all that. Or I guess it'd be right in front, I guess is what you'd call that. Okay, next step, you just want to put your caliper bracket, mounting bracket on with the spacers. And this kit I got just came with 2. It came with the 4 spacers. I got in a kit where there's more universals for everything, and just had to figure out what spaceration you needed. Supposedly these are supposed to be the right spacers, so just going to see if that works out. I'm going to put the rotors on and put the calipers on and see if it's the right spacing. Okay, after you got that secondary back bracket tight and everything, you just put your caliper on. It's just a 2-bolt deal. Bolts just slide right out of the caliper, and the bracket should be threaded if it's similar to this one. And that's all you do is put that on there and see the spacing's right. The pad spacing, it's not too far over here, not too far over there. This will seem like it works out. So that's good. That completes the install of the disc brakes all the way around. Got the front on, back on, and next video we're going to be running the brake lines to these.